This, all YouTubers, is a video about my next Little People Big Dreams book. Louise, Bourgeois. One Christmas day in Paris, a little girl was born. Her name was Louise. She was not the gift-wrapped boy her father had wanted her to be, but her mother loved her very much. Every day after school, Louise helped at the family tapestry studio, where huge pieces of fabric were dyed and sewn. Her mother asked her to help by filling in a missing section of tapestry. Here, Louise learned to draw legs and feet. But one day, her mother became ill, and Louise was terribly upset. She realized that painting was the only way to let go of her fear and anger. But after her mother died, Louise decided to study art. Her father refused to support her, so Louise found a way to pay for her studies, translating art classes into English for American students. The famous painter Fernand Léger visited her school, and Louise took the chance to show him her work. He was impressed by her eye for shapes and gave her some great advice. Louise should become a sculptor. Louise opened a small gallery which was always full of art lovers. One of them was Robert, an art history professor at New York University. Talking about the latest trends, they fell in love. Louise and Robert then moved to New York. From the roof of her home, she saw huge skyscrapers that inspired her to create her first sculptures, lonely people made of wood. Every night when her children went to bed, Louise kept working on sculptures inspired by her childhood memories. They were quite strange and looked more like a nightmare than a happy dream. Some of them were even scary. But for those who didn't know her, Louise just looked like a charming lady who loved to visit art exhibitions on the arm of her husband. And Louise was 70 when the Museum of Modern Art in New York finally honored her work. People found the show shocking and disturbing, but they couldn't take their eyes off her sculptures. She went on to create huge cages filled with strange objects that she had collected throughout her life. They were dark and creepy, and it took courage for someone to dare look inside. Ooh. And to celebrate her 18th birthday, Louise brought giant spiders to museums around the world. People felt like tiny ants next to them, but not her. They reminded her of her loving mother, mending clothes at her tapestry studio. And by using art to confront her fears, little Louise became one of the most important artists of the 20th century and the grandmother of modern art. And that's one of her sculptures. So what do you think of this actress, of this one? Was it good or was it good?